Hello and welcome to this is FRL Season 2 Round 19. This is Division 1. This week we are in Mexico. My name is Nick. I'm joined by Viet as always. Viet, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you, Nick. We're coming to an end. Round 18 of 21. We only have 3 races to go, and it's still not decided yet. So we have everything to race for still.
Yeah, it's not over yet. So, the season's not over yet. Everything else though is still going, obviously. So let's have a quick look at the circuit. So we're going around the Autodromo. It's the Mexican Grand Prix, pretty much. Can't pronounce the. I can't see the name of it.
Hermano Rodriguez.
There you go. My Spanish is horrible. So that's where we're racing. So it's 17 turns. It's a 4.3 kilometer circuit, so it looks a lot bigger than it is, but it is relatively short. So if we have a quick look at it, it's one of the peculiar things about this circuit. It has 3 DRS zones as well. So unlike other circuits where it's usually 1 to 2, this actually has 3, which is going to be interesting. That first sector is the second sector, which goes from pretty much turn 4 through to turn 11. A very technical part of the circuit. I'd imagine that's where a lot of drivers will be looking to make up time tonight. What do you think of the circuit, Veer? Where does it rank with you?
It's a disaster for the controller players, and I'm one of them.
Yep.
So it's very difficult to drive on the limit, because you always need to be like with 1 or 2 tires on the track, and the other half of the car you want to have on the curb or over the curb to maximize the minimalize the steering input and maximize your speed. But it's very, very difficult to overdrive this track, especially the turn 1, 2, 3 combination. It's very, very difficult. You can win a lot of time, you can lose a lot of time, and then you have that sort of flat out section in sector 2. Yeah. Turns 8 till 11, which is very, very difficult as well. And then of course the stadium section, the old baseball stadium, turned into the F1 track. But overall it's a very neat track. I enjoy driving it, not competitively, but I enjoy driving it. So yeah, it's for me it's a good track, and I hope some of these guys fare better here than I do.
Excellent. All right, so let's have a quick look at the championship tables. So last week we were in the Circuit of the Americas. It was that man Baraka that took home another win. But Viet, I'll let you. It was Baraka New Jersey Ananas. So it was his first race this season, and PHV Vengeance. So it was a great drive from him. We heard him in the post-race interview. He was a bit gutted that he got third. He was really hoping to get second or first. So, but it's great to hear that passion. Then it was Henry Rogers with a very well-deserved fourth. Putin B. Hoppin is fifth. So Tossa Kaber, he's back again this week. Chihi Edmund, Silderfort, Havina, and Mucho Chan. So that was last week. Do you want to take us through the driver standings in the constructors bit?
Yeah, let's do that. On top of the driver standings, we have our last week's winner, Baraka, with 255 points. With still 75 points left to earn, 78 if you count the fastest laps. Baraka needs 8 points to really grab the title. Sandizi is still in range, but that means that Baraka needs to not score points this race, next week's race, and last week's race. So the last week of the season. Sorry for my English. But so Sandizi still has to fight for it. He needs to win all 3 and get fastest laps to ensure the drivers' championship. So it will be very, very tough here for the Williams driver. Then in P3 we have the veteran, the CCC veteran. It's Henry Rogers. He's still like 55 points behind Sandizi, so still able to grasp that second place in the championship. Then fourth we have Jack Jackson. He's not here tonight, but sure he will be another week, as it is a long weekend in Australia. That's why there's not much not the usual faces here. We have some new guys tonight, which we will cover during the qualifying. Then fifth, Chihi Edmund, sixth, Cleophas, seventh, Diddleick, Primetime Raz, Slardis, and we finish off our top 10 with PHG Vengeance. And the team standings, it's that one's already done. It's Mercedes who grasped the win in the constructors with 355 points. As the king is not here, Williams can't win it anymore. So it's Mercedes, Williams, Red Bull, then Haas, Ferrari, which is all very, very, very close between Williams to Ferrari. It's only, let me have a quick, 25 points. So it's a race win between all those teams, between second and fifth. So that will be very exciting to watch how that unfolds. Then Alfa Romeo, McLaren, Racing Point, Renault, and last but not least, it's AlphaTauri. It's all very close to each other. Actually, it's especially in the constructors, everything can still change. I don't know if that is true, but I think the driver standings will decide the team, so they can pick a team. If Baraka can pick which team he wants to drive in for next year's league. So that will be it will all be very exciting to watch how it unfolds, and we're starting here at Mexico.
Yeah, so it's thank you for doing that. It was an excellent job as well as always, but giving us the update on the championship standings. Yeah, so it is going to be interesting the last few races with sort of last championship positions up for grabs. Obviously, the overall championship has been it's almost decided, and judging on Baraka's form, it's going to take a DNF, at least a DNF tonight. I don't think he's only had one of those this year in Suzuka, so it's going to be tough for Sandisi, but I'm sure he'll fight it out all the way until the end. So we're about to get this one underway, and it looks like it is wet, so it's going to be at least a wet.
That is very nice.
Yeah, at least a wet qualifying. So we can tell whether it's going to be wet in the race. Would have to find out. But this
Please let us know in the chat if someone who is racing is also listening. Let us know. We can provide better commentary with that.
Yes. So it'll be interesting to see if it does stay wet, and especially through that first sector, as we talked about. Sorry, the second sector. My mistake. Through 7 till 11, it's going to be very interesting in the wet conditions. As we see Sandisi, so Sandisi, this is going to be his last few races in FRL, so he's retiring from the league at the end of this season. So we won't see any more of Sandisi, so we wish him the best. Let's see if he can go out with a bit of a bang. He's been in some, he was in some really good form earlier on, and lately probably sort of had a little bit of bad luck last week at Coda. So hopefully that luck can turn around a little bit for him this week, and he can get some good results before his final race in FRL. Might as well go have a little bit of a look at the circuit. So one of the distinguishing features. Oh well, Viet, do you have your fact this week? Last week you were talking about lengths of straights. What's your fact this week? Well, you've got one. What is it?
We're waiting for it. It's not ready yet.
Is that because you're still searching for it on your phone right now as we speak?
No. I've searched it. I got one already. So it's but it's qualifying. It all flies by so fast. We'll wait for a better moment, as well as some people in the stream right now. They have some time to prepare themselves. So it's it's a fact about the Mexican Grand Prix. So
Okay.
please do prepare yourselves for the facts.
All right, all right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I wait for it with bated breath as Sandeezy blasts along the main straight. I hope it's not related to that because the straight's 1.3 kilometers in length. Comes through turn 1. So this first part of the circuit, especially 1 through 3, really important to try and get them right as he gets a little bit squirmish getting it under power there. But it's this next part of the circuit here where it becomes a little bit more difficult as he runs a little bit deep. So I'd say we'll probably see a few of the guys go with the... Oh, I need to put my track map on. That's what I forgot to do. There we go. Yeah, so I'm sure we'll see a lot of the guys go with the, just load it up with a little bit of extra fuel, get out there, do some laps, not like your traditional dry qualifying, but as Sandeezy just coming through, 7 through 11 now. That's what I was sort of getting at before I realised what I was doing. And then into the stadium section. So very, very unique to this circuit. We don't really see any other circuits around the world that have a stadium section like this. Obviously, Hockenheim does. Not as good, I'd say, as the Mexican one. I actually watched an old 2000 Hockenheim race where Barrichello won at the old Hockenheim ring as Sandeezy goes a 1:26. So he gets us underway. Iron Apple looks like he's
disqualified.
That's Kimi Matev. Yep. Silderfort coming around. He sets a fast time. Wheezy Western. I think his lap might have been invalidated there. I have to say, I haven't really commentated this circuit very much for whatever reason. So, just thinking about the invalidated laps as Hervina comes across the line, sets his time. Toss the Caber, NRL league owner. He goes P3 with a 1:27.4. Got Angelo, so he raced with us a little while ago. Good to see him back. Is this cool guy, Luke Sheehan? He's also raced with us in the past. I think Chi Edmund is coming across as well. What about Mucho Chan? He sets a time. Sando. Sando from ORL. So this is Sandeezy's brother. So good to see him joining in the festivities this evening. So big welcome.
Almost loses it.
Big welcome to him. His first time in the league. So we'll see how the brothers fare. If it's going to be, I'm not too sure. I think Sandeezy might be older than Sando. I think that's it. As Sandeezy goes a fastest lap again. So he's doing a couple of laps. What about Wheezy Western? So he's raced with us a couple of weeks in a row now. So he's just starting to get back into the Formula One racing. He goes a P5 with a 1:27. New Jersey Ananas goes a 1:25.1. So we saw him come back last week, put on a great effort. He had the early race incident. Managed to come back P2. So Hervina slots in a time as well. Who else do we have out there? We have another Red Bull. I think that might be Angelo. It is. So I don't think he's going to set a better time the way he is at the moment. Chihi Edmonds. So we've got just under 12 minutes left in this one. So we've got a third distance. It's been pretty action-packed so far in terms of the times are coming through. Pretty thick and fast. Luke Sheen, he runs wide. Primetime Raz is retired from the session. So I think that might be an incident. That's just around... Oh, that's just like near that's in the stadium section. So I'm not too sure what's happened to him there.
Quickly about Primetime Raz last week. I said he hit somebody on purpose. Well, we investigated it and we came off that it was netcode error. So he didn't do anything wrong. So my apologies to Primetime Raz and to everyone watching. Netcode things aren't you can't do something about that, of course, and on my screen it really looked like he just battle rammed somebody off. But that of course didn't happen. Also didn't expect that from a guy like Primetime Raz, and surely, and luckily he didn't do that. So again, my apologies, Raz. Good to have you back today. Starting off P17, not the greatest starting position, but I'm sure you will find your way back into the points.
Awesome. It's quite good of you to do that, Viet. So obviously, we don't see everything, and sometimes we don't see. Yeah, you've apologised. I'm going to leave it right there. All right. So we've got just over 10 minutes left in this one now. Right now, it is New Jersey Ananas 125-1. Baraka usually goes out there for a sighter on his intermediate tyres, so to be a bit more than a sighter he'll want to do today, and perfect for his strategy. So he hasn't set a time yet, along with Luke Sheen and Putin Behoppen, as Iron Apple struggling to get the power down without getting the car sideways as he goes a P3 with a 125.8. Mucho Chan, it's the other AlphaTauri Silderfort that was coming past the start-finish line, beginning their lap. Got a McLaren out there. I think that might be Putin Behoppen. Both the McLarens are out there right now. So Angelo, Putin, Luke Sheen and Baraka, they're all on outlaps. Got a few drivers in the pits. So we've got a bit of a mixed bag at the moment. Let's see, I think Baraka is about to come and start his lap. So we might jump on board as he comes around turn 17. So as I was saying, yeah, it's a 1.3 kilometre front straight, 100 metres further than the back straight of Coda where we were last week. So 2 tracks with very long straights. Obviously, Coda had a couple of long straights. This is just the one big one for Mexico. So we're starting to see a bit of a dry line begin to appear now. Still rain coming down though, so not a completely dry line, but you can see a racing line beginning to appear. So we still have just over 8.5 minutes left in the session, so it might even go dry. We don't know. I haven't seen anyone in the chat. Let us know. So if anyone is watching and you do know the weather, let us know. That would be awesome. I think Baraka set a purple sector 1 as well there. So
yeah, he's looking very rapid, coming into sector 2, very tight on the lines. As I said, you really want to minimize the distance. Excuse me. And it really does a good job here. You can see his tires all the way on the curbs, over the curbs, and just that little centimeter work there from our championship leader, which of course we can expect from a driver of his caliber. As he's almost coming up to the line, keeping a short line, but not too short. He just thinks better of it. 24.6, so that's a provisional pole by over 5/10. That's the Baraka we know. So it's standard FRL Div 1 things here this evening, morning, wherever you're watching. Happy that you guys are here and watching. Nick and I really do appreciate it.
All right, we certainly do, and yeah, thanks for joining us on the CCR network. So, throw us a like and a subscribe. It helps the channel, helps the network out. But most importantly, I hope you're enjoying the content. We try our best to provide you a bit of entertainment every week, as does all the other leagues as well. So you got NRL, you got SFR. Are they doing the other one, the realistic one that Funf Kulganice is organising? Do they have that one as well? Oh, as Mucho Chan runs very, very deep at turn 2 and 3. Doesn't upset anyone else's lap though. All right, so
I'm not sure about if that's already added to the network or to the live streams. I'm sure we will see a lot more leagues added to the CCC network. Oh, as Mucho Chan spins it around,
he's having some difficulties. Yeah, so he ran really deep at the beginning of the lap, so I'm not too sure if he's got some sort of issue or not. But he's obviously invalidated his lap. So we've gone 2/3 distance. 6 minutes remaining. It's Baraka from Sandesi from New Jersey Ananas. Then we've got Mucho Chan, who we just had on the screen earlier. Putin Behoppen, he's out there. So Mucho Chan, Iron Apple, Chihi Edmund, Silderfort, Wheezy Weston, good result for him so far. Cool Guy and Hervina in the Ferrari. All right, so
as we are over 2/3 of this qualifying session. As you said, it's still Baraka leading. I think all those guys are now pitting for their last runs. Normally, in wet conditions, I would always put in more fuel and just bang in laps as the track gets better and better. As a dry line, of course, starts getting visible as we're seeing right now.
New Jersey Ananas goes fastest.
Oh, he banged in
by 10,
very good
almost
time.
a 10th.
Yeah. So it's I think we will have a good fight, just like last week's. New Jersey Ananas, he really brings it up to the table here for Baraka. He's it's a shame he didn't get to join us earlier in this season. We would have an amazing fight between, which is now our top 3. Now missing, of course, is our Greek driver with his fans. They're also missing in the chat right now.
Cleophas. Yeah, I haven't seen him for a bit.
Yeah, it's a shame he is not here. Would have been great to see these 4 guys, Ananas, Baraka, Sandisi, and Cleophas, of course, fighting it all out. I don't think. Yeah, Vengeance is here, so he's on a very good run as of late. So he'll be hoping to fight with these guys as well. So we're watching Iron Apple on the stream, and it's the invalidation wise, it's so difficult, especially conditions. You get a little bit wide. Especially in the technical section of the stadium, as we're watching Chi Edmund coming out of the last corner. Hint, my fact/question is about that last corner.
Oh, all right, here we go. All right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You can look for it already if you're watching and you wanna go along with the fact/question. It's both. It's a bit of.
Okay.
As we have a little minutes left, Baraka already on his hot lap now. He is currently underway, almost coming up to turn 1. Very late there, hitting the apex, missing the apex for 1, so lining yourself.
Oh, he's invalidated.
Yeah,
he's invalidated. Yep. So that's it for him for this lap. What's the? You're leaving me hanging. What's the stat? What's the question, Viet?
It's about type of corners. So of course this circuit has seen its changes in the period it has been in Formula 1.
Yeah.
We drove here in the early 60s, 62 I believe, as a non-championship race, and then the year after that it was a championship race.
Yeah.
But then the last corner wasn't the way it was right now, because that has been changed I think in the late 80s. But can you tell me what was so special about the last corner here in Mexico?
What was so special about it? I don't know. I know that there's been significant changes made to the circuit. No, I couldn't tell you. I would have no idea.
We'll give you the answer before the race starts. So we give the viewers a little bit more time. If you're watching and you know what was so special about that last corner, please let us know, or let Nick know at least. And
does it have something to do with, like, is it a bank turn or something? Was it part of an oval or?
Yeah. It was a banked corner. In a little. It went where we go right in the stadium section.
Yeah.
It was like banked and pretty steep. And then part 2 of the question: why did we stop racing on that track? You know that? I'm
going to hazard a guess and say something about safety. Safety would have been a major concern or something like that.
Oh, New Jersey Ananas gets in pole. 24.5.
Sorry, I've been trying to keep up with it. I've got Wheezy. What's the answer so we can get to the final minute of the quali?
It was the heavy pollution in Mexico City.
Ah, right. Okay, I would not have guessed that at all. All right, so good. I like it. I like it, Vic. You've come to the party. You've brought something definitely worthwhile. So I very much enjoyed that. What about Baraka? So is he enjoying it? He's currently P2 right now. New Jersey Ananas has gone pole, but Baraka
Gets it.
goes
400s.
pole. All right, Hervina is
400s
just
of a
coming.
second.
Oh, who was that? Iron Apple. He's gone around just near turn 11. So he's gotten out of the way. We've got 20 seconds left in the session. So that's going to be his session done. Putin B. Hoppin, he has invalidated. What about Sandeezy? So he's coming through now. He's almost 2/10 down on his best time. So he may not improve out of P3. Sildefort is coming behind him. He's 6/10 up on his best time. So he's currently P10 just behind Hervina. So we've gone 000. So these are the last laps that these cars will get to do in the session. Here goes P4. So just in front of his teammate. I think it's New Jersey Ananas. He's coming around now. So he's going to come into the pits. Wheezy Weston's coming around. So Wheezy's going to...
Everyone's now improving.
Yep. So Wheezy's going to finish his lap now. He's down in P11. He's finished P11 the last 2 weeks. He goes up into P7. So nice work from Wheezy. Mucho Chan, what can he do? He improves to P3. Great work, New Jersey Ananas. He's not out. No, he's in the pit. So Hervina, he's 5/10 down on his best time. So he's not going to improve. Is that Baraka out there? It is. He's invalidated his lap.
Oh, just smashes it into the wall. He lost it on the entry into the stadium section. So he's out.
Vengeance 1.2 seconds up on his best time. What can he do? He goes P10. Yeah. So we've lost Toss.
Down by 15 seconds, so he's coming in. So that's it. That is our grid for today. Baraka manages it again to grab on pole. But is pole the best place to start here? That's the question.
We're going to find out. I think that's his 9th pole position this season, sorry. And in terms of how many in a row, what are we? So that's his 2nd in a row. That's his 3rd out of the last 4 races as well. So congratulations to Baraka, his 9th pole of the season. And he's going to start from P1 for the round 19 of FRL Season 2 Div 1. That is our... that's our grid. Viet, give us your thoughts on quali while I go grab a pen.
Yeah, it's very, very close between Baraka and New Jersey Ananas. Hopefully it's this close as well in the race. Then on almost 3/10s, it's Mucho Chan. I wouldn't say surprising, but didn't expect him to set a good lap near the end of this session. Was looking like he was a little bit struggling through that technical section, so maybe there was even more time for him on the table. Overall, I think we had a good qualifying session. 3 runners out. That being what's his? He's the new. He hasn't raced here before and lost his name right now. I can't see it as well.
Which car?
So excuse me for that. As Putin B. Hoppin just said, my cousin is playing for me. I'm taking over during the race. Okay, that's good to know, Putin. We'll have you back. As it looks like a dry start at least, a bit cloudy. Kimi Matevs, that's his name. Sorry. So he was one of the DNFs. Then Primetime Ras and Tosta Kaber, who both crashed out during quali. But yeah, everybody, because we had a wet qualifying session, everybody can pick their tires for the race. So this makes a one-stop definitely possible around Mexico. Normally in league racing, I would go here for a 2-stop. As the session starts in like 25 seconds, when we have, of course, the formation lap. But we're looking now at the screen who's gonna pick what tires, as it looks like most of the drivers are opting for the softs. So I think they'll all do 2 stops. They do a soft, medium, soft. That would be the quickest, but the likes of Baraka and New Jersey Ananas, they know best. I'm sure they will have their strategy sorted out as we're starting our formation lab right now.
We are indeed. So that means it is your time to shine, Viet.
Yeah.
You're going to give us the
Starting
grid.
off from pole, it's Baraka, with which you said is 9th pole of the season. It's a short lap, so I will go through it fairly quickly. Then second, it's New Jersey Ananas, his second race as well, so I call that no coincidence. Third, it's Mucho Chan, good result from the AlphaTauri. Fourth, it's Sandeezy, who can still win the Drivers' Championship if Baraka in DNF's all races and he wins all of them. Then fifth, it's Chi Edmund. Sixth, it's Cool Guy, the reserve driver. Then 7, it's Sildefort. 8 are Assetto Corsa Competizione Master, it's Wheezy Western. The little brother or big brother from Sandeezy, it's Sando in the McLaren. Then at 10th, it's PSG Vengeance. Not the result he was hoping for, I think. With his form lately, he would have been wanting to get higher up the grid. P11, it's Iron Apple. Oh, has Primetime Rest left the session? I'm not sure why. Let's see if I can invite him back after this. Then P12, it's Hervina. 13, the boss of NRL, it's Tostacaber. 14, it's Angelo, which we've seen earlier in the season here in FRL. Glad to have him back. It's 15, it's the qualifying position of the cousin. It's Putin B. Hoppen. 16, it's Luke Sheehan. 17, it's Primetime Ras. And last but not least, the guy from Slovenia, it's Kimi Matevs in the Red Bull. So yeah, we're starting off. I'm quickly gonna see if I can invite Primetime Ras to the session.
While doing that, they're gridding up. We can see a mixture of tyre compounds out there as well. So we've got medium, soft and hard runners all out there. The 2 hard runners are Putin B. Hoppen and Luke Sheehan. The rest on the softs and the mediums. We'll get to them in a moment. But here we go. Round 19 in Mexico. FRL. The 5 lights are out. Let's go racing. So it looks like Baraka got a good start. So did New Jersey. Mucho Chance moving up. Oh, we've got a Williams that's turned around. I think that might be Wheezy Western in there. And we have mayhem everywhere. We've got cars spinning around left, right, and centre. So Sandeezy's in there. Sildefort, Sando. There was a Williams that just shot across the track. Wheezy gets a 5-second time penalty. Iron Apple's missing a front wing. It's been absolute chaos off the front start there. So all I could see was a Williams go sideways across a few different cars. Has ended up taking out Sildefort and Sando. So we've lost 2 straight off the get-go. The rest at the front seem to get away all right. Wheezy.
Sandeezy caught up in it again.
Yeah.
He's been having not the best of luck lately, so he's gonna have to fight his way back up the grid. He's looking a left wing end plate, which all the right-handing turns here will really slow him down. As Primetime Ras is back in the session.
Brilliant.
Luckily for him. Good to know and good to see him back here. Doesn't look like he has any damage. The AI sorted that out for him perfectly. As I was busy trying to get Primetime Ras back in, I've missed all the action.
Oh, sorry.
So,
Baraka. Yeah, Baraka was just foxing New Jersey Ananas there. I was just thinking this might be an opportunity for medium runners to duck in and get a set of hard tyres. The hards do last quite a while around here, as we see Wheezy Western, Cool Guy, Hervina and Iron Apple all coming into the pits to get some repairs going. So losing front wings. There was carbon fibre everywhere, Viet. So I'm not too sure exactly what happened. Like I said, I just saw a Williams going sideways across a couple of other cars. Looks like it's taken out Sildefort and Sando, unfortunately. Sandeezy, he's coming into pit as well. Vengeance pitted. So did Putin be hopping. So he had to serve a time penalty as well. I think Wheezy managed to get a time penalty and all of that as well. So he would have served that in the pits. So everyone will be penalty free. In terms of tyres now, so it was Luke Sheehan and Putin that were on the hard. So now it's Luke Sheehan and Cool Guy have gone to the hards. They generally last about 23 laps around here. So not enough to get them home, but enough to get them a fair way into the race. They're going to catch up to the safety car. We'll probably go another lap, I would say, at this stage.
Yeah.
And then after that, we will be good to go again. So we'll wait for the timing screen to sort itself out, as it normally does every week. So just a little bit of a bug in the system. So hopefully they get that fixed for F1 2021. I pre-ordered it yesterday, so I'm good to go.
Nice.
But yeah, so and it's looking good from all the videos that are starting to really filter online now, and some good reviews that are all happening in terms of different perspectives and people looking at different things. So I'm looking forward to what's to come, and I haven't seen anything really about spectator mode as yet. We'll have to...
It's going to be a surprise.
Yeah, I hope it's a good surprise, not a bad surprise. But, so...
Do you know about what changes were there from 2019 to 2020? Were there any?
No, because I don't think I was commentating for the 2019 game. Yeah, so... Yeah, I'm not too sure. None that I specifically remember, but I'd be my one wish would be to be able to have more camera angles that you can control rather than just either the TV view or on board. As we see Putin be hopping, he's at the back of the field now, so he's just catching up. We will go racing at the end of this lap. And it's going to be Baraka that's going to lead us away. So he's on the medium. So is Mucho Chan, Chihi Eben, and Toss the Caver. And Vengeance is the last of those on the mediums. Softs and New Jersey, Angelo, Kimmy, Primetime Raz, Wheezy, Havina, Apple, Sandeezy, and Putin. And then, the hard tyres, Cool Guy and Luke Sheen. Both the Renault boys. Don't know if they're actually in contact or not with it, but... They've both gone to the hard tyres. Safety car in this lap. We see this is going to be good. New Jersey versus Baraka. So he was the one who had some bad luck there. It's interesting. I don't know if Baraka's doing that on purpose, like revving it out on second gear.
Yeah,
I think he is.
I think so.
Yeah, interesting.
Fuel things. You lose. You gain a lot of fuel during safety car conditions.
Right. Okay.
So dropping in that little bit of fuel as we are back racing again when we cross the line.
Yep. Baraka's off. New Jersey's going to give chase up that front straight. So DRS obviously not enabled as yet. Just hoping that everyone manages to get away without any incident. Looks like Angelo's going to send it up the inside of Luke Sheen into turn one. Thinks better of it. A little bit of a brake lock up. The other Renault's going to have an attack on the other Red Bull. So it's Red Bull versus Renault. Both of them fighting with each other. Primetime Raz just managing to try and get through there as well. I think that was a change of position between Angelo and Luke Sheen for P6, P7. But the most important thing is everyone seems to have made it through nice and cleanly without incident. We haven't had any more accidents or seen any more carbon fibre flying everywhere. So everyone's managed to get away. And it's this man leading them. Baraka, New Jersey's going to give chase. So this is what we wanted to see last week. We've had to wait an extra week for it. Let's see if New Jersey can give Baraka a real legitimate shake this week. We have seen him challenged numerous times throughout the season. From Sandeezy, from Clearphus, from Mad Trav. Now it's New Jersey Ananas's time. Let's see what he can do tonight.
Yeah, of course, we have the compound difference, so New Jersey Ananas should be quicker in the middle sector, as he sets now the quickest lap, and he's right in the slipstream of Baraka, both not using their ERS, so side by side into turn one. Soft should be able to brake a bit later, but Baraka keeps it around the outside, which gives the inside for turn one.
Almost, I thought New Jersey was about to turn it around there. Going through 2 and 3 then, but he's managed to keep it Facing around the right way.
Still on top.
Oh, big brake lock up there from Baraka. Bit of a brake lock up there from New Jersey as well.
You see that a lot though, that if the guy in front of you locks up, that you lock up as well.
Yeah, I remember I once heard, it was a driver, I think it was in the V8 supercars, he was talking about you should never watch the driver in front of you because if they make a mistake, you make a mistake as well. So,
yeah.
But it's a little bit hard to do when you got to kind of keep an eye on them as well. Primetime Raz picks up a 3-second time penalty. Iron Apple's out.
Iron Apple.
Oh, I think he's had a collision with Vengeance there. That's coming through turn 11, just near the DRS zone. So we've got a safety car. All right, so let's see.
Moment to box. New Jersey Ananas comes in. So he's getting rid of that soft compound.
Yeah. This is a good play for New Jersey. It's a full safety car as well. Yep. It's a full safety car. Those mediums obviously won't be able to get him through till the end. They'll get him a fair way though. Let's see if anyone else pits.
This is perfect for the 2-stop. Perfect for the 2-stop.
Yep. So Kimi pits too.
Yeah. I think mediums would last around 15, 16 laps.
Yeah, I've got 17 laps. Pretty much
17, alright. So that would bring him onto lap 23. That's just a little bit shy of going back onto the soft.
Yeah.
So maybe he needs to shorten that medium stint and hop onto another medium. But we'll see how he plans it out. Now it's lap 6. We've seen 2 safety cars, so everything of course can happen. As both Williamses are finding their way back into, at least almost back into the top 10. We see Western P10 and Sandisi in P11 after that messy start where they both winded up in the back of the field. Also the 2 Alfa Romeos are doing very, very well. Chi Edmund and Toss in P3 and 4. So they've been keeping it clean and thus getting in the front of the pack.
Yeah, so Kimi Matev, while you were going through that, was doing his utmost best to get back onto the pack so that we might have been able to get another lap, get underway on this lap, but we're going to have another lap of the safety car. So he was trying hard. It was pretty touch and go there. So good work from Kimi, but we're going to go one more lap of the safety car. As you pointed out, Viet, we've gone 7 laps now as that's just ticked over. Iron Apple's left the session. So yeah, he got, I picked it up right at the end, but it was Vengeance was on the scene there as well. So I'm not too sure if they've had some sort of coming together or what's happened there, or yeah, I'm not gonna speculate. But Vengeance was caught up in it some way, shape, or form. All right. So interesting, sort of in terms of the tyre strategy situation. The 2 drivers that pitted then was New Jersey and Kimi, both gone to the mediums. And as you were pointing out, those medium tyres not going to be long enough to get them home. They will. I've got here soft tyres lasting about 11 laps. Obviously, if we have another safety car, it's going to be a little bit different. But under full race conditions, about 11. So still not enough for him to get home from another medium, from this medium tyre. So maybe going to the mediums again. What would you do, Viet, in this situation?
I think I would have boxed for mediums as New Jersey did, and then hop onto another set of mediums.
Okay.
But with these safety cars and of course Mexico being susceptible for them, of course it's this sector where we're going through right now. It's if you go side by side and you have a little touch, the wall comes close very, very quickly. So I hope we've seen the last safety car, but the saying in motorsport racing, of course, safety cars create safety cars. So yeah, we never know. But as of now, I think both Renaults are in a very, very good position.
Yep.
They can.
All right, we're back. We're back. Yeah.
Cool guy.
Yeah, we're back. Right.
He spun it round.
Right at the final turn. So just as we got back underway, Hervina and Primetime Raz Baraka, what's going on? Baraka. Oh, Baraka's being challenged by Mucho Chan. So we've seen Mucho's quite feisty in the past. He will be wanting to do his best to make his way past Baraka. They're both on the medium tyres. Chihi Yemen's in there as well. So is Toss the Caber. So he's had a good start to this one. As they're coming through up into turn 4 and 5. Mucho's got the inside run. Makes a little bit of contact with Baraka. No carbon fibre missing though. Oh, I think Toss the Caber gave a little bit of a love tap to Chihi Yemen in the back there. So it doesn't look like it's caused him any damage. But Mucho Chan, he's dropped off a little bit now from Baraka. So he tried to take advantage of that restart. He's going to do his utmost best to keep in touch with Baraka, as everyone else seems to have gotten away quite well. This man here, Toss the Caber, he's up into 4th position. So he's having a great race so far. Sandeezy, he's managed to work himself back up into 9th. He's just ahead of his teammate, Wheezy Western. So those two are quite familiar with each other, done a lot of racing together. So there's a bit of trust there. So they should be fine together. Primetime Raz, he's trying to put a move now on Luke Sheen in front of him, but he's going to have to fight. Oh, as they go 3 wide down the front straight into turn 1. Going to hold your breath for this one.
Looks like he's got the best run. And he does. He does. He manages to get out in front. Beautiful driving there from the Williams and our second place holder in the championship, as Luke Sheen doesn't get a very good start on those hards after the safety car, so he fell back a couple positions. New Jersey Ananas also cutting his way through the field like a hot knife with butter. So good to see that. He's up into P10 already. He's slipping and sliding on those mediums, but as they will get up to temperature, I'm sure he will get it under control. As Wheezy picks up a penalty, and it's getting... Oh, New Jersey Ananas thinks better of it as to sending it through that S section. Now he's on the inside of Wheezy Western, and he claims that P9 for himself. And Sandeezy, he's I don't know, he's unleashed. Now in P6, creeping up to the back of Angelo and Toss the Caber. Of course, DRS still not enabled. We will see that in the next lap. It's that was a feisty restart.
It was. So here comes New Jersey. He's going to go up the inside of Primetime Raz. This is P8, P9. So as you said, Viet, he's slicing his way through the field like a hot knife through butter. Kimmy manages to get past Luke Sheehan on the hard tyres in that Renault, so he moves up into P11. So it's been all action since the restart. But this man here's Sandeezy. He's a man possessed right now. He's up in P6. He's chasing down the Red Bull of Angelo, who has Toss the Caber in front of him, and his teammate Chihi Emin in the other Alfa Romeo. In the meantime, though, it's Baraka Capshalom. He is 2.6 seconds ahead of Mucho Chan in the Alfa Tauri. Obviously, he hasn't pitted yet. The man who has, though, well, one of the people, New Jersey. Oh, as Angelo, just near turn 11. He doesn't interfere with anyone else, so he just lost it through those S's. New Jersey sending it up the inside. Havina, we saw this last week. The two Ferraris battling it out. He's very, he wants to get going. He's in a hurry right now. He has no patience. He wants to get this over and done with. Putin B. Hoppin has left the session. I'm not too sure if that's a disconnect or can his cousin get back on or something. I don't know. But in the meantime, New Jersey gets the slipstream. He's got the DRS. He's not using any battery. I don't think he's really going to need it.
As well.
I was going to say, we're seeing a 2-for-1 right now in front of us. Bit of a break lock up there into turn 1, but he managed to pull it up. So he moves up into P6. In the meantime, Sandeezy, he's moved up into P4 after having that horrible start. He's made his way up into P4 in massive contention for a podium position. We've already got 11 laps that have absolutely flown by, and it's a very, very compressed field as well. So there's plenty of action going on everywhere. This is Putin B. Hoppins joined again. Good work, Viet. This is his...
I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay. You should. I didn't know that. You shouldn't have said anything. All right. Wheezy. He's attacking Angelo now in that Red Bull. Both on the soft tyres. Wheezy. Oh, Wheezy makes contact. Almost loses it. I don't think he got any damage from it either. I'm not too sure how familiar those drivers are with each other. So maybe just a bit of a feeling out. Yeah, 3-second time penalty. There's a few drivers out there with 3-second time penalties, and that's Angelo pitting as well. So maybe that was a tyre issue for him, potentially. It might have come towards the end of their life.
He hadn't stopped yet, but of course with those 4 laps of safety car, he should have been able to go a little bit longer than that.
Vengeance
New
was...
Jersey Ananas is fighting his way back to the rear of Sandisi. It's almost within a second. Of course, Sandisi on the softer compound should be able to be fairly quick. As we have a little interval glitch with Mucho Chen and Chi Edmonds. I'm not sure how much those guys are separated by, but it looks like Sandisi. Yeah, he's as you said, he's a man possessed. He's in the DRS zone already of Chi Edmond, coming almost into the stadium section. And look at that traction difference, it's absolutely insane. He's right at the back now. I'm sure he will get a good run up the straight. Looking at the exit here now of the last corner, which was banked in the early 60s and 70s. New Jersey Sandisi gets into the slipstream of Chi Edmond. There's a little bit of weaving, but not too much.
Yeah.
And it looks like an easy pass there from the Williams up into the podium positions, and now trying to fight his way up to Mucho Chan. Let's see if New Jersey Ananas can do the same.
Yeah, so he's 1.1 seconds behind Chihi Edmond now. We've seen a couple of drivers pitting, Hovina in the Ferrari, Primetime Raz as well. So Raz went to the softs, Hovina went to the mediums. Starting to come up towards that window now, around about 11 laps on the soft tyres. So this man would be one of those drivers in that window. Still a few more to go for the medium runners, especially when we're talking out in front. Baraka, so he's 4.6 seconds ahead of Mucho. That man, though, that we're looking at before, Weezy picked up a 3-second time penalty. But the man we're looking at before, New Jersey Ananas, he's giving chase to Chihi Edmonds, so he's in an Alfa Romeo sandwich at the moment. He wants to get himself out of that and get chasing after that man Sandisi in the Williams, who's having an absolute blinder after what happened earlier on, considering his car was sideways across 2 other cars in the beginning. This has been a spectacular comeback for him, so he's trying to go out with a bang. It's his 3rd last race in FRL, so we'll wish him all the best in his new endeavours. As we see Wheezy Weston oh no, and this is Putin and Luke Sheehan going up the straight. They've made contact, they've turned it around. That's a safety car. That's a safety car, and that's Putin out. All right, as we see,
this is
Wheezy,
perfect for the medium runners.
This is going to fall right into the hands of Baraka now. This is so we've got 22 laps to go. If New Jersey pits for the hard tyres, that'll get him home.
Hearts will get you home from now on. So I think we are gonna see a lot of people pitting for the Hearts.
I reckon Baraka might go mediums. He could. He'd be stretching them. I did do a race on Thursday.
He started on them.
He did start on them too. Yep, sorry. So he'd have to go. He'd have to go hards then, obviously, to get home. Let's see what he does. So he's just coming around the final turn now. The former banked turn. Final turn of the circuit. Let's see what he does. So he's in the pits. Let's see who else joins him. Mucho Chan does. Sandisi does. And he goes the hard tyre.
Onto the
softs.
Okay, then he's going for a 2-stop.
Yeah.
He will hop onto another set of softs for the end.
Mucho goes to the
It's
softs.
also very possible.
What's New Jersey? New Jersey goes to the mediums. Bold strategy. That's his 2nd stop, though. I reckon he's going to gamble on getting him home. Vengeance goes to the hard, so he won't stop again. Toss goes to the soft, so he's going a 2-stopper as well. I'm not
Interesting choices here.
Yeah, I would have thought the hard would have been the way to go. Get you home.
Hard is a pretty slow tire around here. but it will get you home. And of course, the safety of another stop will lose you 23, 24-ish seconds. So that, yeah, it's a lot. So, but if with 21 laps to go, you need more than a second a lap to win it over the hards. But we'll see how that fares. Of course, soft difference to hard, it's huge. It's absolutely huge.
Yeah.
So we'll see how these drivers all ending the race. But I think all the soft runners are going to do another soft run after this. To see a lot of grip and a lot of fighting, I think. I hope.
Yeah. So we've got 14 runners left. We've got 21 laps left to go. In terms of the stops, Luke Sheen picks up a 5-second time penalty corner cutting. There's nothing worse than that, is there? Getting a penalty under safety car conditions, as both the Renault boys still have a fair way to go to catch up to the pack. So we'll go one more lap. So let's look at the pit stop situation then. So Baraka's stopped once. So is Mucho Chan. So is Chihi Edmund, Angelo, Toss the Caber, Primetime Raz. Cool Guys had 3 stops. Luke Sheen's had 1. The rest of them have had 2 stops as well. New Jersey Ananas. That's interesting that he went to the medium tyres. But then in terms of who's on what, so Baraka will have to stop again. So will Mucho. So will Sandeezy. We'd have to assume New Jersey, Kimmy, Wheezy. So everyone will have to stop again except Vengeance and Chihi Edmund. So Vengeance is down in P10. Chihi Edmund up in P4. So they're really the only 2 drivers that are capable of getting home on that hard tyre. The rest will have to pit. So as Luke Sheen is in the pits, I'm not too sure if he's pitting to retire or if he's... No. Okay. Oh, man. We're going to go one more lap at least then. Unless he puts in some... Nah, even if he went like qualifying mode, he couldn't. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's do penalties then. Do you want to take us through that, Vit?
Yeah. As of now, we Mucho-chan and Sandeezy both have 3 seconds. They're in P2, P3, so they need to get that 3-second gap in to Chihi Edmund, who is penalty free. The New Jersey Ananas and Angelo both have 3 seconds as well. Wheezy on 6 seconds. Hervina on 3. Then Primetime Raz is on 9 seconds of penalties. And both Renaults are at 3. So I'm not sure how many warnings they have right now, because after you get a penalty, of course, the warnings like reset, and you can get another 3 warnings before you get another penalty. So yeah, it should be I don't know. As Luke Sheen goes wide, I assume that will be. I think it's
Toss is
coming in.
Stopped. I reckon he's going to go hards.
No,
mediums.
No, I think he's going medium. Yeah, mediums will work. It's 2 laps over their original targets, but of course with the safety car, that will probably get him home. Interesting choice why he didn't do that earlier, but he doesn't have to stop anymore, so that's pretty good. Yeah, he didn't have a penalty. As they make contact on the straight.
Who is this?
Whew.
Luke Sheen and Toss the Caber?
That was very close. Yeah, that was very close. Toss came out just in front of Luke Sheen. They had a little coming together there in the middle of the straight, and Toss almost lost it. Luckily he didn't, and they can both continue their race. Doesn't seem like they've got any damage from it as well, so that's good. With that new contact model from next year's game, I think that would have been rear wing damage.
Yeah, it's that's what I'm looking forward to the most. It's going to be a lot more punishing than what it is currently. As we see, safety car is going in this lap, so we are going to get racing at the end of this one. So that will be lap 18 to 36, so we will be halfway through. We've lost 4, Putin, Ironapple, Silderfort and Sando. We still have 14 left. We're getting close, Viet. We're getting close to an
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey round. Fingers crossed we don't. Fingers crossed we don't lose anymore. That was a weird incident between Putin and one of the Renaults. I can't remember which one it was. But we're going to focus up the top. Wheezy gets a 5-second penalty for a severe crash with Hervina. In the meantime, Baraka has bolted. Now Mucho Chan is coming under attack from Sandeesi. So we've seen Sandeesi's really good at the restart. Not quite good enough then in that case to take a position. The Ferrari of New Jersey Ananas. He's trying to put a move on Chihi Edmund as well. So we've got to get some action right away after the restart. A lot of drivers out there with pretty much fresh tyres. So some drivers going to be feeling pretty racy as New Jersey sends it up the inside of Chihi Edmund. Chihi Edmund's no slouch. He's on those hard tyres though, as opposed to New Jersey on the medium, faster tyre compound, and he's able to get that move done. So nice work from New Jersey. He's up in P4 right now. He has Sandeesi ahead of him. In the meantime, the two Renault drivers there, Red Bull drivers, they're P6, P7, Angelo and Kimi. They're going to give chase to Chihi Edmund, who we just saw get passed by New Jersey, as PHV Vengeance picks up a 3-second time penalty. So I think that was for corner cutting again. All right, let's get to the front.
Lots of drivers now getting penalties, but if everyone gets penalties, it all neutralizes itself, of course. So. Yep. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. It's New Jersey Ananas. He lost a lot of time battling Chi Edmund, so he's over 2 seconds away now from Sandeesi and Mucho Chan. Baraka has bolted off again. He's 1.3 seconds away from Mucho, and all the battling behind will create a bigger gap as we have a second.
Vengeance.
Yellow.
Oh! That was Wheezy. Wheezy's gone around. Yeah, so that's just out of turn 3 there. So he went around and I saw Vengeance went off as well. I don't think either of them were related. I was just about to say Vengeance having a rough race compared to last week. A bit of chocolates to boiled lollies for him. But yeah, Wheezy turned it around there. I didn't see if he had any damage. Let's have a quick look. Luke Sheen picks up a 3-second time penalty. No, I think he's all right. In terms of penalties, though, there's only 3 drivers that don't have a penalty.
Oh, prime time rest, Luke Sheehan. Oh, it's getting very, very close.
Oh, this is with Vengeance.
Prime time rest went a little bit wide in the S section, and
well, Vengeance is going to try and slip through here as well. So it's all 3 tyre compounds at play here. They've got the soft, hard, and medium all in there. Luke Sheen's able to fight them off for now. I think Primetime Res going to the pits. Yes, he is. So maybe he suffered some damage in that little scrap there. Let's see if Vengeance can get past Luke Sheehan. He's got plenty of battery. Maybe he can't. Yeah, he should have been able to use battery. Didn't have DRS though. All right, we'll get back to that. At the front though, Sandeesi. He is chasing down Mucho Chan. So we've seen since Mucho came into the league, we've seen that he is quite a feisty driver. Fair when I say that, when I mean feisty, that he's quite determined and he's not he doesn't back off for anyone. All done quite fairly as well. So he's had a bit of a rough run lately. He's had some bad luck for the last couple of races. So it's good to see him up there in P2 challenging for a podium. But he's got Sandeesi right behind him now, who will want to clear him and see if he can have a crack at Baraka as he did a few races ago, where he's had some good battles with the man in the Mercedes. Coming onto the front straight now. Not quite close enough yet. We're lap 21 to 36. So we're over halfway.
New Jersey's looking very, very good by the way. I think he's just saving the tires.
Yep.
Taking it a little bit easy. Of course, he can lose over 20 seconds and still come out on top. But then he has to keep them behind for 10-ish laps. So it will come down to the last laps of this race, just like last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very, very exciting, of course, to commentate on and to watch. for everyone watching.
Just as
I
you were...
hope you're enjoying the scene so far.
Yeah, just as you were going through that, Sandizi managed to get past Mucho, so he's moved up into P2 now, Sandizi. He's 2.8 seconds behind Baraka, so he's going to give chase to him and see if he can break that DRS zone of Mucho Chan in the meantime. Sorry to cut you off there, Vid. I just wanted to let everyone know.
Yep. No, no problem.
Oh, Wheezy.
You can always interrupt me.
That's all right. So Wheezy getting past Luke Sheen after that spin a lap or so ago. Hervina picks up a 3-second time penalty. So still the same 3 drivers we saw before. Toss, Kimi and Baraka, all penalty free right now. We'll see if that lasts until the end of the race though. But in the meantime, Kimi, I'm pretty sure this is his first race in the league. Sends it down the inside into turn 1, but getting past Chihi Edmund. Oh, he had to cut the corner there.
Penalty.
Yeah, picked up a 3-second time penalty for his troubles. So he's up in P5. Just give another quick look at the penalties. So it's 3 seconds mostly. Hervina, Cool Guy, Angelo all have 6. Wheezy has 14. Poor Wheezy. Luke Sheen has 6 and Primetime Raz has 9 seconds. Everyone else has 3 seconds except Hervina, Cool Guy and Angelo. They've all got 6 seconds penalties to their name. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Kimi's first race in the league. I can't see his name on my list. So
he's new face.
Yeah. So he's putting on a good show. He's up in P5. So it's always good to welcome new drivers to the league. And fast drivers nonetheless. So he's putting in a good effort in that Red Bull. In the meantime though, this is Cool Guy. I believe, is this his debut as well? I think it is. He's in NRL, SFR, Viet, I think. You've seen him race a couple of times? Yep.
He's a reserve, I think, in all the CCC leagues. And today is his first race here in FRL.
Excellent. Well, welcome. Another CCR network participant. So good to see him racing in the league. Hope you're all enjoying watching the stream as well, whether you're watching it live or on delay. Thank you for joining. Don't forget, throw us a like, throw us a subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Ragnar Rolls says Baraka also saying goodbye to this great league in Abu Dhabi. We will miss him. All right, so another driver that's moving on after the end of this season. Yep. He will be not racing here anymore. All right, well, we'll enjoy the last few races that we have left with very, very quick driver, probably one of the quickest drivers. Oh, I've seen as Cool Guy and Hervina. Oh, no, Hervina's turned around. So that was just around near the final turn there. No. He made a bit of contact with Cool Guy before that. And Hervina's doing about a 20-point turn to get going again. But off he goes. All right. So
he's slamming it into the pits.
Yeah, so he's going to pit straight away.
I think now onto the mediums. Yeah. Oh no, softs are doable.
You can get home. Yeah, you can get home from here on softs.
Then we will see the pit stops from the front 3 runners fairly soon.
Yep.
I think they will divide it in 9 or 10. So 2 more laps for these guys to go, or 1. Depending on how they want to play it. Of course, the car gets lighter the more rounds the more laps you do. So the tires will degrade a little bit less than they are in a full tank. But Baraka still continues, as Sandizi does, Mucho Chen does. So they'll all go at least another lap. As we have 11 to go, so I think if they pit at the end of lap 26, so into 27, they both do 10 laps on the compounds, which should be good to get you home.
Yeah, so I'm just having a quick look here at this man on screen, Mucho Chan. So he joined the league round 11 this season. He had a bit of a bang too. He came P2. with his first race in the league. It was a DNF in Budapest, and then 4th in Belgium. So he's had some good results. 4th in Singapore as well. 10th last week. He's had a couple of DNFs, a couple of DNRs. So he's done really well for himself since joining us, and he's looking good. Oh, he just picks up a 3-second time penalty there, coming through that that part of that sector 2 there, the S's, if you like, through 7 to 11. But yeah, we've got 11 laps to go, so it'd be interesting to see who's going to blink first out of Baraka, Sandizi, and Mucho. Cool Guy gets a 3-second time penalty. There's only 2 that don't have a penalty right now. That's Toss the Caber, that NRL league owner, and the man out in front, Baraka, who's going to go for another lap, as will Sandizi, as will Mucho Chan. So obviously looking to go onto the soft tyres. I'd say probably the next lap or 2. You think we'll hear them, see them go in, Viet?
Yeah, I think the end of this lap.
Yeah.
Or the end of next lap. It depends on how you wanna play it out. But 10-10 should be. It's would be the most logic, I think.
Yeah.
But of course, if you have the tires to go another lap right now, as we have a yellow, it's Primetime Ras. I think, yeah, it is, as we're back to green. Maybe you let Hervina pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's on the soft, so nothing Primetime Ras can really do with 2 compounds different between them. Of course, the softs are around second 0.2. Am I correct in saying that? 1.2 seconds quicker?
I think so. You don't quote me on it, but I think it'd be around about that pace.
Sandizi's coming in, and Mucho Chan is coming in as well. Baraka decides to go on. So, oh no, as Mucho Chan picks up a 5-second time penalty in the lane.
Speeding in the pits.
Whoa.
So Sandizi's in, he's going to softs. Mucho's in, he's going to softs as well. So that's to be expected. In the meantime, I'll just quickly get it out of the way. Kimmy's gone up 15 spots on debut, so well done to him. 5 spots to Toss the Caber, 5 spots to Luke Sheehan. No massive losers. Mucho Chan down 4. Silderfort, he dropped 10, but he's out. So not really sort of relevant. But all right, so New Jersey, can he get it home? Can he come home from here? Will it be worth the gamble, or will we see him pit as well, like Sandizi and Mucho Chan? But they're both out in front. It's Baraka from New Jersey, from Kimmy. Baraka on the softs, New Jersey, and Kimmy on the mediums. Cheehy Edmund. So Cheehy Edmund doesn't need to pit for the rest of this race.
No.
So he's in podium contention right now, Cheehy Edmund.
I think New Jersey, NNS, and Kimmy Matevs are also not pitting anymore. With 9 laps to go, 8 as Baraka, of course, crossed the line. I think they will try and bring it home.
Yep.
Yeah, just risk it and all or nothing. Yeah, I think it's doable. They won't. They won't.
Oh, Baraka!
The tires won't collapse.
Baraka's pitted and done. He's in and out, and he's coming out behind Cheehy Edmund on those hard tires. So Cheehy Edmund's in front of Baraka for now as they go through turn 1.
Sends it.
Baraka goes up the inside of turn 2 and around the outside of turn 3, so he's able to recapture P3 and drop Cheehy Edmund down into P4. Now it's going to be a case of
13 seconds.
Yeah, they have to pit. Kimmy and New Jersey, they have to pit.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna. The tire strategy would suggest that they're gonna have to pit, but I think they're gonna take the risk.
Yeah, you're probably right, I would say. I think it's... Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Sandizi, though, this is what we are seeing. This is what we're about to find out. So he moves up into P4 as he gets himself past Cheehy Edmund. I was just having a quick look. Cheehy Edmund hasn't scored a podium since, I think, round 3 in China this season. So it's been a long time between drinks for him. Here we go. So Sandizi will move up into P3. Angelo picks up a 3-second time penalty while Sandizi set the fastest lap of the race. So he's enjoying those soft tyres out there right now. He's got Baraka 2 seconds up the road, who has New Jersey Ananas a further 11.5 seconds between him and P1. So it's looking likely, you are spot on, Viet, that New Jersey Ananas is not going to pit again, and he's going to throw his throw his hat in the ring and take a chance, see if he can get home on those medium tyres.
Of course, the softs. Oh, as I knocked something over. Of course, the softs are going to lose grip around lap 8, 7. So it's Baraka really wants to get as close as possible as soon as he can, to really make use of that that grip levels the softs provide. As of now, he mucho. Oh no, that's a good call. As we see the top 3 guys, the podium runners from the beginning of the race, they are now back into P2, 3, and 4. Only New Jersey Ananas being in P1, of course, with and the gap is coming down so quickly. 3 seconds from last lap, so Baraka, he's unleashed. He will try and find his way past the Ferrari as quick as possible. The New Jersey Ananas needs to remain calm and just drive his laps and see where he ends up. Getting a victory will be very, very tough, but the podium is still very doable, I think. It all depends on how much Sandisi and Mucho Chen are fighting, if they are fighting each other. Of course, now separated by around 4 seconds. So the gap between New Jersey Ananas and Mucho Chen is 15 seconds. It's 10.5 to Sandisi, and it's around 6.8 to Baraka. With 5 laps to go, so they do need to find more than a second a lap. Otherwise, it's New Jersey Ananas who's running away with the victory. A betting man would put his money on Baraka. Yeah. That's back pocket money, mate. So that's double it to 10. Nah. Oh, Nick.
Sorry, I'm on mute. I'm on mute. Yeah, I'm on mute. Sorry. What
He's back. Our main commentator is back on comms.
Yeah.
Excuses for that. Thank you, Nick Walter, for telling us. You're an absolute legend.
Yeah, I must have accidentally brushed it. It's a big red light on the microphone that I didn't see that wasn't on. So yeah, I'm not too sure how long it's been on mute for.
Not too long. I think I've heard I heard something, but the fact that I could hear you didn't think of think of that other people couldn't hear you as well, and I have the stream in front of me, and I don't have the sound on, of course. Otherwise, it's you're gonna hear that as well.
All good.
So again, thank you, Nick. No worries. Yeah, but thank you very much for telling us. That's why it's always nice to have people watching in the stream. They can help us out a little bit here and there. As we have 3 laps remaining and 3 seconds separates the leader to P2. So it's gonna be very, very, very close. But I think if you're inside the second, it's gonna be very tough to defend. Especially if you're at... Oh, Lucian went off!
Sector 3, he's in the pit, he's in the pit.
No. He's in the pits.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Nah, that's alright, that's
have
okay.
A safety car in the end. That would have been drama. And Baku 2.0 all over again.
Alright.
But 2 seconds, 1.8 seconds. Baraka really now putting up the tempo here. I think next lap it will be inside the DRS, so we will have 1 or 2 laps of really solid close racing for the victory here.
This is going to be, I think this is going to be a good scrap right until the very end. Sorry to cut you off there. He's 1.6 seconds behind, 1.5. I think New Jersey can do this.
He does have the ERS advantage over Baraka, and of course Baraka has been using a lot of the tires to catch up. I've seen a couple lockups here and there from him, so that doesn't help. Using all the ERS available, almost he's under 10%, but he is in the DRS as we cross the line. So from now on, it will be very, very tough on New Jersey Ananas to defend. Of course, the first 2 DRS zones is only 1 detection point. Yeah. So New Jersey Ananas, if he gets overtaken on the straight, won't have DRS for the second one. Then of course we have that last lap where everything can still happen, as Baraka now attacking New Jersey Ananas. They are side by side, but it will be an easy overtake, I think. Baraka now all the way in front as he puts it onto the left side of the track and passes New Jersey Ananas for the lead.
He tried to fight back there into turn 1, but didn't really have anything left.
Of course, New Jersey Ananas has that 3-second time penalty, so we totally forgot about that. Yeah. So the victory would have been difficult in hindsight, but let's see if he can get closer now on track. Of course, winning on track and then losing on penalties, that's better than losing on track. But now you see the gap. Baraka now more than 2 seconds away from New Jersey Ananas, and that soft tire really playing out well for him. I think Sandizi is a little bit too far away to really launch an attack still, but I never speak too early. It's 1.8 seconds now separating the Ferrari and the Williams. Oh, that would be great if we see Ferrari and Williams fighting again in the real world. It's a long time since we've seen that, but those were legendary days. But congrats to New Jersey Ananas though. Could go 20 laps on the mediums, as well as Cool Guy and Wheezy. They all went fairly long on those medium compounds, so that is we can only stand up and bow for that. They took it over their expected tire life. Pirelli was wrong again.
Alright, we're on the final lap. So Baraka,
it's a second.
Yeah, it's a second between Sandizi and New Jersey. So he's only got a handful of turns left. We have seen Sandizi put in crazy last laps before. Can he pull off a little bit? He gets a 3-second time penalty. So that puts a stop to that. He's going to want to try and get him on the track anyway, though. Trying his absolute hardest. He was throwing it through the S's there. We'll stay with this for as long as we can. We'll catch Baraka coming across the line. So Baraka is going to win back-to-back races again. So as he comes around the final turn, we'll get back to it in a minute. He takes victory. Well done to Baraka. Takes victory in Mexico. Sandeezy is going to fight right to the very end. He's going to fight to the line. No, he can't do it. So New Jersey's able to take P3. New Jersey P2. Sandeezy in P3. Mucho Chen's got about 11 seconds of penalties though. He gets another 5-second penalty. So he will drop. Chihi Edmund is probably going to move up into P4. We'll just wait for him. No, he's not. Okay, so Kimmy... Where does Kimmy finish? He finishes in P6. Cool Guy and Vengeance battling it out for P7 and 8, so they swap spots. Toss the Caber is going to bring it home in a points-paying position. Well done to Toss for P9. Wheezy Weston gets another 5-second penalty, unserved penalty. He's in P10 for now. Angelo, though, moves up into P10, so Wheezy Weston will finish P11 for the third race in a row, so just outside the points, tantalisingly close. And Primetime Raz is going to bring up the, it's a Mercedes sandwich, P13 and P1 for the Mercedes boys. But congratulations to Baraka. This is his 4th out of 5 wins, 5 weeks win. He's been in some red hot form. He had a DNF a couple of weeks ago in Suzuka, but before that it was round 15 in Singapore winner, 16 in Russia, DNF in Suzuka, and 18 in Coda. And round 19 winner is that man again, Baraka, our championship leader. Congratulations to him. And Kimmy,
he's
driver of the day. So congratulations to him. As we see the podium celebrations from that man again. We'll get these podium interviews underway. We'll just let the graphic play out. All right.
Yeah, congratulations to Baraka for winning FRL. Sandeezy brought the fight for 19 rounds, but in the end it was Baraka who came out on top and took the drivers' championship as well as the manufacturers' championship home to Mercedes, as we're used to in real life as well. So hopefully Mercedes will get a big buff next season. But again, congratulations to Baraka. He's done a very, very good job all season round. If he wins next week, he will have a 50% win rate, which is absolutely insane. But now our other two podium positions are joined in the party. So we'll start off with P3. Sandeezy, mate, you had what's going on with your starts as of late? It's you're not finding yourself in the best positions.
Yeah, I think that one was a bit of my own fault. I had some wheel spin in 5th gear. I don't know why or how. And then I got touched from behind, which sent me sideways, and then that was like a pinball, and I was facing the wrong way, and just thankful not to have a tyre off the car.
Yeah. But great comeback from you. You were all the way down in last after lap 1. And you fought your way back very, very good. Up into P2. Tell us the strategy. Was you always planning on going for 2-stop here?
Yeah, well, I was planning the 2-stop, which turned into a 3-stop after the first lap. So I did 3 stints on the soft, which was lucky because we had that wet quality, which let me have all the fresh pairs of the softs for the race. But yeah, just got past the all the people in the midfield, and then a couple of well-timed safety cars, I guess. The one in the middle of the race followed Baraka, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to do whatever strategy he does, and he went to the softs, so I was like, I'll just do that and try and follow him. But unfortunately, I just couldn't stay with him after Mucho. I was delayed behind Mucho for about 3 laps, and without the DRS from Baraka, I couldn't keep up with him. Just a few tenths off.
Nick, do you have something to add?
Yeah, just obviously, firstly, congratulations. It's a great comeback from you, and obviously you had the DNF last week, and you had a bit of a rough trot for your standards the last few weeks, but yeah, you're back on the podium again. Yeah, just congratulations. What happened? So you got wheel spin in 5th gear there, because all we could see on the stream was this Williams sideways going across.
Yeah, I was sideways. Look, I wasn't too happy about it, but look, it was a good drive and came home on the podium. Tried to be a little bit cheeky on the last lap and basically cut
Yeah.
off the corner to get on the
I
back of the jersey.
saw that.
And,
Yeah.
and I was hoping I was just going to get a warning, but I got a 3-second penalty. Then I was like, all right, well, just
Yeah.
let him take the position. I was being a little bit cheeky, but you know, you got to try and do these things.
Well, you're
Yeah,
You
well-
were already in the second, so you would have got DRS anyway.
Yeah, I was trying to get closer because I didn't have any battery, so I knew I had to be really close.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh well. So GG to New Jersey and Baraka.
Yeah.
Great drives from them today, and yeah, that's all I have to say really.
Yeah, did you? Because your brother Sando was racing today, so and I think he got caught up in that first lap. So was that you?
Yeah, I took him out.
All right.
You'll have dinner tonight.
had him at has him as a race engineer, so
Ah, nice.
that was quite useful actually. So yeah,
Cool. All right.
all
Well,
the best.
yeah. Well,
Teach him who's the boss.
yeah. Well, you're obviously the older brother, so he's got to do what the older brother says. So that's the
right.
rules. But congratulations again, man. Obviously, you got 2 more races in FRL and you're done. So we're looking forward to seeing if you can get up on that podium again and hopefully claim another win before your time's up here.
Yeah, nice to add another trophy before I depart. But yeah, cheers lads.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
Thank you for joining us. Well, New Jersey Ananas, what a drive, mate! You made that medium compound work very, very well for you. 20 laps, and you were so close. Tell us what was going through your mind when Baraka made his last stop.
Yeah, I wasn't really surprised. I was really annoyed because in the first 5 laps we had 2 safety cars, and this it just ruined my soft stint, my first soft stint. The first safety car was just before turn 1, so and I was planning to get a lead out of turn 4 and to control from that on, but my first soft stint was really held back with 2 safety cars, and since that the strategy was a mess. So I'm just this was my best shot to get the win today, I feel, but my strategy got just screwed up. On the last stint, my left rear tire almost exploded. It had 84% something. Yeah, I'm not that happy, but that's alright.
Well, you managed to keep Baraka behind for longer than we expected. It all went down to the last 2 laps, and for a moment I thought he's gonna do it. He's gonna make it, but then I don't know what Baraka did. He had some more pace in the bank after he passed you. Then I don't know where he gets that pace from, but yeah, it was a good. It wasn't really a fight on track, but more a fight of strategies. You had clean air for most of your medium stints, so that would have worked. That would have helped you, of course, a bit. Luckily, you didn't have a tire failure in the end. So, you happy with P2, or is it you were hoping for more?
No, this was my best shot to get a win, because of course in Brazil and Abu Dhabi I'm absolutely not competitive to Baraka, but I will plan on practicing a lot, but this was my best shot really, and it all went wrong with the strat, so not 100% happy, but P2 18 points, it's okay.
I think if you're watching your race back and you see the gaps is falling down, I think you can be very, very proud of yourself and of your race, especially after you were lost after your first pit stop. You cut your way through the field like a hot knife in butter. So we enjoyed watching you again. Then of course in Brazil and Abu Dhabi, we're hoping for another good fight. So to go and have a lot of practice and bring that fight to Baraka, because we all enjoy it. I think the viewers all enjoy it, and it's good to have a driver of your caliber in this league. Nick.
No, I think you covered everything. I guess I have one question. Did you enjoy the battle though with Baraka tonight?
Not really, because so the first few laps, yes, I knew I was gonna get past, but then yeah, my hope was set to zero with those safety cars, and in the last stint I knew that advantage from a new soft tire to an old medium is just too big here in Mexico. But if he does a mistake in the next races, I'll be there to pick the pace up.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Well, once again, congratulations. So last week we saw you obviously didn't have the best start and you had the issues at the beginning, but then this week you've been able to, and you were still able to finish right up there. I'm just pulling up the results. Yeah, so you were second last week, second this week. Yeah, hopefully you can go one step further next week, but yeah, congratulations.
Thanks.
Cheers. All right, Viet.
I'm trying to get Mucho Chan in.
Awesome.
Mucho, if you're listening, I've sent you a friend request right now. If you accept it ASAP, I can get you in. Let's see if I can do it via here. Mucho Chan.
All right. Why are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you?
He's. I added him to the party, so we're waiting for him to join the interviews. He of course he's very excited in the chat to get P4.
Yeah.
He had a good race, and ever since he joined this league, he has been up there. He has provided good racing overall, and there he is. Mucho Chan, congratulations, mate, on a good drive and on a good strategy as well. You were almost getting into the top 3, just a little shy of the podium. That 5 seconds in the lane, I think that cost you something, but overall you had a great race. There was a little battle with Baraka. Of course, the chaotic start of the race. So tell us, what were your thoughts on the race?
When I did the quali, I saw like I had the pace in the wets, but I didn't practice a lot for dry, and I know Sandisi, Baraka, and New Jersey and Anas are so fast in the dry, and I was knowing like it was going to be very difficult to get to the podium, but when I saw the start and saw like Sandisi spun, I thought I could get that podium, but I was very unfortunate with the penalties because there was a lot of penalties for going too deep, and a lot of for just the tire wear, and I got lucky in the first stop because there was a safety car just in the lap where I was planning to stop, and I stopped, and I was behind Baraka, and just from that was a normal race, and I stopped in the lap 26, I think, and later how I got that penalty of 5 seconds in the pits, I just had to make 8 seconds, I think, to one Alfa Romeo, and I did it for the difference of the tire, and that's it.
You had a very solid race. I really like your driving style. You're very aggressive but very fair. And that's of course what we like to see. There's little incidents where you are involved, and it's always hard driving, but very fair. So it's good to see the likes of you in this league, and again, congratulations on your P4. Hopefully you will be able to get a podium in one of the last 2 races. New Jersey Ananas just told us he's not that competitive compared to Baraka in Brazil and in Abu Dhabi. So if you practice really well, you might have a shot there.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know. Abu Dhabi is a bad track for me, but Brazil, I don't know what I will do in Brazil, but let's hope for a podium.
Yeah, that's it. That's the attitude you got to have, though. But that's what we like to hear. So good luck. I hope you do get another podium in Brazil or Abu Dhabi.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for joining us today. So we'll wrap it off now. Nick, hand it back to you.
Thank you, Vic. I love hearing your interviews. The questions are always very insightful and well thought out. So awesome job, Vic. Again, as you do every week. And thanks to all the drivers for jumping on as well. Really appreciate that. I know not everyone likes doing that sort of stuff, so really appreciate you doing that for us as well. So. Yeah, once again, another little bit of chaos in this race. We had, 3 or 4 safety cars? So it was very heavy safety car interrupted. Lots of penalties played their parts as well. But I think, Baraka was always going to shine through. The cream was always going to rise to the top. And great to see New Jersey having another crack at him as well. Sandeezy back in some good form. And that man there, Mucho Chan, as you said, very feisty. He races hard, but he races fair, and that's all you can really ask for in league racing, and that's what we want to see from everyone. So congratulations to everyone again. Really appreciate that. We almost got a full grid tonight, considering we've got a public holiday in Australia. I think that's a really good effort, and the time zone differences and everything else. So thank you for everyone for coming along. Next week, we're in the penultimate round. We're in round 20, Brazil. It's going to be an interesting one again. I think penalties may play their part again, and we'll see if we get some weather too. So that is round 19 of FRL Season 2 Div 1 in the books. We're off to Brazil next week. My name is Nick. I've been joined by Viet. We'll see you same place, same time, same channel next week. Until then, take care of yourself, stay safe, and we'll see you then.